We're going to try and resume our conversation with the Good Party now, focusing on these disruptions of leadership in Tshwane. The party saying that Tshwane needs a stable government that puts its residents first. This after newly elected Dr. Murunwa Makwarela was ousted as mayor. He was disqualified from holding office after it was discovered that he was insolvent. Now, let's try and connect again with Sara Mabotsa from the Good Party in Tshwane, joining us virtually from Pretoria. Sarah, let's try and have that conversation now again. You know, this has been a rather volatile story. I mean, I had one night speaking to Dr. Makwarela when he was still speaker. He was dismissing accusations that he was delaying the election of the mayor and that he had his sights on becoming mayor outside of using the route of the coalition party that COPE was a part of up until that time. A few days later, he was elected mayor, and now further few days later, he is no longer the mayor, according to certain reports. This really cannot be a good situation in a city that's desperately trying to get the wheels of service delivery back and moving again.
Yes, good afternoon to all the viewers. Yes, we are indeed, we are very, very frustrated of what is really happening. That's why we decided to stand up to say, we cannot take this thing anymore. The city of Tshwane, the residents of Tshwane, they want service delivery, and they want service delivery now. But if we are in the council meeting then starting to play those, I'll call it a musical chairs, it's really a disturbing part of it, because people have been waiting and people voted for us in the office so that we can be able to deliver a service. So once we don't do that, we prioritize other things than service delivery, then everybody gets frustrated. That's why Good said no. What we want stability in the city. We want people of Tshwane to get the service that they do deserve.
Now, Sarah, what seems to be quite worrying about this current developing story around Dr. Makwarela is that your party is saying that the information that he was unrehabilitated insolvent was known to certain parties, and if that was the case, he shouldn't have been elected to a position of leadership in the first place.
Yeah, no, the statement that we issued, we said apparently there might be the reason. We're not sure because we don't have such an evidence to say that they didn't submit any evidence. But we're saying if the ruling party knew, or the DA coalition knew about this whole thing, why didn't they come forward well in advance while he was still in office? Unlike having to wait for him to be kicked out and then they come up with this information. So we are saying that if government, if the party, a DA-led party knew about this, they should have come up earlier to state the reasons, and if not, then why aren't they doing that? What action did they take then? So we really need clarity. We need to get that information that becomes very clear to us.
I'm trying to wrap my brain around what kind of working environment this must be like at the moment, because it does seem that you're in a rather toxic environment where councillors can't really trust each other. I don't know what your WhatsApp groups must be looking like right now, whether you're in a coalition or not. Can you give us a sense of what it's like inside that council at the moment in terms of the relationships between different councillors?
We have to know and understand that politics are dynamics, and in most of the time we find that we are in agreement because there are reports, there are submissions that we can be able to move forward with. But with the issues that we find that we're not in agreement, then I think we've got the right to disagree. But at the end of the day, we should be able to come with a common understanding and put the people of Tshwane first. So in a way, as it stands now, like we didn't have meetings we didn't have the council meeting, and the other meeting was also cancelled for the nomination of the speaker. So that meeting couldn't take place. It was cancelled. So see, the way the situation is right now, it's really inconveniencing people of Tshwane. So as Good Party, we say, okay, right, we do understand that there might be some differences, but let's work towards a common goal, which is to provide a service delivery to the city of Tshwane people.
Just one final question. When I did speak to Dr. Makwarela before he became mayor a couple of weeks ago, he spoke about driving around the city and how disconcerting it is to see the trash piling up and the streets are dirty and you can see service delivery isn't happening. And I put it to him at the time that that's been the case in the capital for some time now. It's not a new thing that service delivery has been a problem in the city for a long time. What do you think needs to happen at the administration level, at where service delivery is being administrated from? What needs to happen for that to improve, no matter what is happening at council level?
Yes, I think what we need to be doing at council. I need to start with the council. Once we start having a common understanding to say this is what we need to do for the people of Tshwane, I think moving forward we'll be able to go to the officials responsible to say that this is what needs to happen. I think the issue of consequence management has to be strengthened so that we can be able to work together and enhance our communication as well and hold people accountable and responsible for whom they should be supposed to deliver a service. Because it doesn't really mean that if there's a minor or a problem in council, then the service delivery has to stop. People have been appointed to do whatever they're supposed to be doing, deliver service, clean the roads, do all those things. That still has to happen. And if it doesn't happen, I think it's high time that we raise the bar and ask ourselves, why is this not happening? And we have to come up with a plan moving forward to say, how can we make our city clean and safe, to make sure that everybody or even the investors come to the city to come and invest. Because if you look at what is the current situation is that most people are moving out of the city because the city is in a dire situation. So we need to go back and have a plan to say, moving forward, what are the things that we need to do to make sure that we attract investment, as well as the city of people of the city of Tshwane are living in a very healthy and happy environment.
Okay, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much. Good parties. Sara Mabotsa speaking to us live there from Pretoria.